Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the last week of March, so let's get started. Our first game this week is Hob the Definitive Edition, released on April 17th on the Switch, where players are tasked with undertaking a mysterious and breathtaking journey through the ruins of a lost civilization. Wolfenstein Youngblood was finally confirmed for a July 26th release, while you play as the Blazkowicz daughters looking for their father in France after the events of Wolfenstein 2. The classic action dungeon RPG Torchlight 2 is releasing this fall on Switch with revamped visuals, modernized game mechanics, and tons of quality of life changes. Gearbox is releasing the action shooter Bulletstorm Duke of the Switch edition this summer. Battle your way through throngs of Stygia's mutated inhabitants, performing masterful kills in a single player campaign or via co-op with friends. During an event in Japan, Sega announced two new projects in development. The first is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, which should be releasing this winter. And then Tokyo 2020 Olympics, the official game, should be releasing sometime around the summer. Details so far are scarce on both games, but we can expect to hear more about them around E3. Now, to be outdone, during a Dengeki stream, Compound Hearts confirmed that Mary Skelter 2 is heading to the Switch sometime later this year. Touch controls and full HD rumble support are expected. WayForward announced on Twitter that Shantae 5 is in production. This will be a brand new adventure in the series releasing later this year. A Western release has been confirmed for Remothered Tormented Fathers. This is a survival horror game that is inspired by the classic Clock Tower series, where you must outwit and hide from a house full of murderous entities out to get you. The SNET World Trigger's Gold released in Japan early last year. This week, we found out that a full localization effort is in effect for this action-adventure game. An anime adaptation will also accompany the game later this year. Warp Nexus proposes the idea that space travel can be instant, so why spend time flying around when you can be taking on missions, battling with others, or simply mine for minerals? Beyond the Steel Sky is a story-focused but gameplay-driven adventure game set in a dynamically bounded sandbox world that responds to the player's actions with intelligent puzzle-solving, quests, and obstacles to overcome. Featuring quick matches with dynamic upgrades, Ignis Duels of Wizards is a unique fighting experience where wizards use different types of magics and skills to decimate the competition. Dash, slice, and leap through masterfully designed levels filled with sharply honed ninja platforming action in Cyber Shadow. The hack-and-slash action game Gravekeeper lets you tackle dungeons at your own pace with several game modes, mission types, and daily tasks. The roguelike survival game Jungle Z throws players into a zombie-infested apocalypse where the slightest sound can trigger a cascade of trouble. Thread carefully and manage your inventory with care. Shadowblade Reload is an action platformer set in a visually striking world where ancient teachings of ninjas and samurais clash upon 50 challenging levels. After much port begging, TinyBuild has confirmed that the cemetery management sim Graveyard Keeper is hitting the eShop soon, where you'll build and manage and expand your very own medieval cemetery. Learn new skills, collect powerful emblems, and change the way you play in the colorful platformer Renane when it releases later this year. Design and build your own restaurant and then take it to the top, and Cook Serve Delicious too, where keeping customers happy while churning out orders is just the first step. Super Slam Arena is a multiplayer fighting game embracing equal parts accessibility and chaos, with 32 unique slams that play differently from each other. Caladrius Blaze is a shoot-'em-up that originally released on the PS3. This enhanced version packs in new characters, new stages, new game modes when it releases on Switch. In Way of the Passive Fist, you'll parry, dodge, and reverse attack to stay alive, in a post-apocalyptic wasteland where exhaustion equals death. Interact with very independent NPCs while puzzle solving with or without their help to discover the meta level types of mysteries in playerless one-button adventure. The pixel art survival horror game where you embark on a desperate journey to find a cure for a rare disease, Lamentum releases this winter. Bounce from the top of the screen to the bottom in Ding Dong XL. Avoid or hit obstacles depending on the game mode for massive points. Elden Path to the Forgotten is a medieval Eldritch fantasy game focusing on storytelling through non-traditional indirect methods. Three explorers wander through a post-apocalyptic world in the brink of death to save people from their village in Astalon Tears of the Earth when it releases this fall. In Back to Bed, players guide the sleepwalker Bob from his sleep-inducing office to the safety of his bed by controlling his subconscious. Navigate a trap-filled dungeon and mind your wit to conquer the challenging puzzles and Sephirothalic stories. Cell Damage HD is a vehicle combat action game with a single and multiplayer mode, boasting 10 characters to play as in 13 different arenas. Grab your trusty spoon and prod rabbits into a saucepan in Radical Rabbit Stew, offering several bite-sized action-packed levels. In Super Blood Hockey, you control a corrupt coach and use his cheat tactics to get wins. And that's all the game announcements we'll be covering this week. Sorry if the voiceover was a bit all over the place this week. Been a little under the weather, but we should be back to normal sometime next week. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!